Hello and welcome to another edition of Air Force Hockey. Along with head coach Frank Serratore, I'm Brian German, and the Falcons took on the Crusaders of Holy Cross over the weekend, Friday and Saturday. And boy, it was really a tale of two different games, Frank. You get the loss on Friday and come back with a big win on Saturday night.
Oh, without question. I mean, it was bad Falcons on Friday and good Falcons on Saturday. And, this isn't rocket science. I'm in sports. I'm not going to be able to cure incurable diseases or work any miracles like that. And this is sports. And if you want to win in sports, you want to give yourself a chance to win, you got to outwork your opponent and you got to out-execute your opponent. And it's awful hard to out-execute your opponent without outworking them. Right. And on Friday, we got worked. We got worked by Holy Cross during the, for the most part. We got a lead in that game early. Made some bad decisions. Took a bad penalty that turned the momentum on us. The second half of the first period and all the second period was all Holy Cross. We ended up chasing the scoreboard. We had a good third period, but too little, too late. Appeared to have learned from our lessons on Friday. Came back on Saturday with our only complete game of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was really great to watch the Falcons on Saturday night. But first, we have to show you what happened on Friday night. And like Frank said, the Falcons got out to a lead early on. Let's go to that game via the voice of the Falcons, Jay Ritchie.
Falcons pick it up deep in their own end. 30 seconds in at Cadet Ice Arena. Cruz has a man to his right. There's a shot. Score, Air Force. That was Ben Carey and his first points as a Falcon, and Air Force grabs an early 1-0 lead.
Well, welcome to the score sheet, Ben Carey.
McKenzie at the blue line, feeds a man coming down the slot, going in. That's Thomas, backhand, knocked down by Ginn. Thomas picks it up, gets his own rebound, feeds out to the slot. There's a shot, tip, score, Air Force, Carew.
7:42 left, first period. It's 2-0 Air Force. Well, a good period there, Jay. Air Force got the first goal. They backed it up with the second goal. You always like to play with the lead.
After the face-off, a bang-bang play. There's a shot by Voss. Missed the net wide. The rebound played off the back wall and put in by Phil.
Yeah, they're going to count that one. That was a goal. They call it a slash on Torf, and Holm is going to serve the penalty.
Crusaders retrieve, and they'll try again. Here they come, left to right with the man advantage. They bring it in, all the way in on Torf, centering pass, shot, score. Boy, they just walked in on Jason Torf that time.
Comes on the power play, ties the game at 2-2 with 5:46 left in the second.
McDonald plays it behind the net, wraps it around to Edson along the wall near side. His pass right to a Holy Cross player. This is Schmidt. He turns, he shoots, and he scores. Right down the slot, Schmidt gives Holy Cross a 3-2 lead. The period comes to a close. The Falcons outscored 3-0 by Holy Cross. Gunner center ice. Gunner around one man. Gunner with DeLauro to his right. Feeds him. DeLauro comes in. He shoots. Ginn makes the save. Leaves a rebound. It's cleared into the corner. Whereas here they come left to right. And it's Carew. Carew still has the puck. Walks down the goal line. Shot. Ginn makes the save. Scramble in front. Who's got the puck? Eric Voss come out of there left to right with it. Thomas to Cruz. Cruz with a shot. Ginn save. Leaves a big rebound. It's loose in the slot. No Falcon can get there. Now Cruz gets there. He turns. He fires. Save made by Ginn. Now it's picked up at the blue line. And a shot there by Gustin. Kicked away by Torf. 39th save of the game by Jason Torf. And it's McDonald who takes it away, but he loses it. Out front is Gustin. His shot blocked. It comes back to Dwyer. Dwyer shoots. He can't get the stick on the puck. Torf is flat on his back, and a whistle stops play.
Going with the empty net. They've got the extra attacker on with 2:10 left in the third.
Walduck sends it low in the corner. They go in behind the net. From behind the net, wrap around, try, scramble out front. Gunner got a stick on it, flipped it over the net. Gunner retrieves along the goal line, centering pass broken up by Air Force, and a long shot, and that's where this game is going to end. And Holy Cross is going to come from behind and beat Air Force tonight here at Cadet Ice Arena by a final score of 3-2.
Frank, like you said there, the third period, the Falcons played a little better, but it just was, you dug yourself too big a hole.
Well, I mean, again, we get down to it. We've got things going. We've got a 2-0 lead in that first period, and then we take an avoidable penalty. And we've taken a lot of them. We've taken some bad penalties. We've taken avoidable penalties, and we've taken lazy penalties. If you look at our penalties, hooks, trips, roughings that we were reactionary roughings. And one of the things I talked to the boys about, like, you're either a proactive team or you're a reactive team. And we've been a reactive team up to that point. And you can't be that way. I mean, we need to go out. We're going to get some penalties, but make them be aggressive penalties, because we're working. We're trying to get momentum. We're trying to outwork our opponent, and that hasn't been the case. So we take a bad penalty, we lose our momentum. We kill the penalty, but we lose the momentum. I think the shots at the time when we were up 2-0 and we took that penalty, shots were 9-0. Shots ended up 11-9 in our periods, or in our favor at the end of that period. And then we got in the second period, and they took it to us. They put almost 19, 20 shots. Torf played well in net, but also Torf took a reactionary penalty that cost us a goal, the second goal, pardon me. And again, Holy Cross was pitching and we were catching, and they took the lead. We had a turnover and took the lead in the second period. Third period, then we react. We react because we've gotten punched in the mouth 6 times and taken 3 body blows. Then we come out fighting, and that we're reacting to the situation. Had we gone out in that second period and played with the sense of urgency and the desperation that we did in the third period, not only would we have protected that lead, that 2-0 lead, we probably would have built on it and we would have won the hockey game. And but that wasn't the case. And again, it just seems like year after year after year, we've got, like Jim Bowman used to say, we've got the dumbest smart kids, or we got the smartest dumb kids, and we've got to learn the same lessons every year. We got to figure it out that we need to be proactive. We need to play as a team. We need to execute. We need to outwork our opponents. And for whatever reason, we just seem to have to relearn those lessons every year.
But if Saturday is any indication, you may have learned, and hopefully you can hang on to those lessons. Let's go ahead and take a look at those highlights now. Much prettier picture for the Falcons on Saturday. Again, Jay Ritchie.
2 minutes for tripping, first penalty of the game.
Back in behind the Holy Cross net. Kumpf watches over his shoulder as the Falcons bring it out to the point to McKenzie. Shot out front, rebound, put back, and Air Force leads by a score of 1-0. Kumpf made the first save, but left a nice, juicy rebound.
Falcons are going to go back on the power play.
Demers feeds to the blue line from McKenzie. Back to Demers, top of the circle. One times it off the post and in.
30 seconds into the power play, right off of the post, and the Falcons take a 2-0 lead with 6:57 left in the first period.
After period number 1 at Cadet Ice Arena, the Falcons lead Holy Cross by a score of 2-0. Puck loose in front of the Holy Cross bench. Nice play. Kleisinger saves it to Holm. He's got Demers. Demers runs a screen for Holm. Holm, wrister, bingo! Air Force score.
Well, he takes it right off the crossbar on the rush. Scotty Holm gets his second of the season, and it gives Air Force a 3-0 lead with 12:26 left in the second period.
Falcons need a clear. Nunn has it top of the near circle, skates into the circle, shoots, Torf makes the save, leaves a rebound, Voss shoots, Torf makes another save, goes behind the net, Thomas finds Cruz in the corner, and now another penalty coming up on Holy Cross, and a score by Air Force, goal Falcons.
That was Adam McKenzie with a wrister from the point that went through traffic.
The dreaded period number 2, not so dreaded tonight for Air Force.
Finally, Air Force built off of a 2-goal lead.
Into the neutral zone. Here's Fletcher breaking in, got a little space, walks in on Torf, shoots, Torf makes the save. Falcons trying to break out left to right. Here they come, 2 against 2. This is Carew, goes around one man in, and the puck knocked away by Bolton, who sends it out of there, fired in from the top of the slot, and a whistle. We got a penalty coming up here.
Cross players covered the puck in the crease. That's an automatic penalty shot. It wasn't a hold on Carew. They covered it in the crease.
A penalty shot, and Carew will take the shot. Carew picks it up in the neutral zone. Here he comes. Forehand shot, scored! Stephen Carew! A little flick of the wrist, back of the net, 5-0 Air Force. Feeding Demagala. Demagala up ahead, taken away by Air Force. Sent right back in. Here's Fabian between 2 defenders. He hits the water bottle, lights the lamp. Jason Fabian makes it 6-0.
Well, Jay, we've been saying Air Force needs to score a few more goals. They're getting them all tonight.
Gets the puck out of there. Held in at the blue line by Holy Cross, centered out front, shot. Torf got a piece of that one. He follows him out, then Linsmeyer drops it low into the corner where it's taken away by Fabian. Fabian came out of the corner, lost it. It's loose out in front, scramble. There's a shot and a save by Torf. And finally the Falcons come out of there with the puck. Off the corner, it comes out to the far point. Shot in from there by Sommer. Save made by Torf. Right back in it goes, and Torf makes another save and covers up in the paint. Holy Cross unable to get set up, and now we got Carey. Carey coming in on a breakaway, backhand score, Ben Carey.
His second of the weekend, second of his career. 4:06 left, third period, 7-0 Air Force. He gets his 8th career shutout. He stops all 23 shots he faces, and you like the way this Air Force team bounced back, and now you leave the weekend feeling a whole lot better than you did last night.
Falcons get 2 points tonight and pick up their 2nd win of the season. So the Falcons are now 2-3-3.
So a markedly different looking team, the Falcons, on Saturday night. And something you rarely see in college hockey, heck, in the NHL, if they were actually playing now, is you scored 4 different ways, Frank. You scored with the power play, you scored shorthanded, you scored even strength, and you even scored with a penalty shot. And you don't get to see many of those.
Hey, before Saturday night, I'd just be happy to score 4. I don't care how it happened. And our offense had been very anemic. And the most impressive thing on the night was, there was a lot of things to be impressed with. When the puck dropped, we went to work, and we worked for 60 minutes. And we deserved to win. We deserved to win big. Maybe not a shutout. Jason Torf made a couple of great saves in the third period to preserve his shutout. But we deserved to win. We put in a good 60 minutes. We scored 7 goals. 7 goals. More impressive to me than how they were scored was 7 different goal scorers.
Right.
And that's Falcon hockey. Outwork people, execute, score by committee. We don't have those NHL draft choices. What we try to do is put together 4 balanced lines and 6 defensemen that 6 balanced, 3 groups of 2 and balance on defense and score by committee. And when we're playing well, you're going to see different heroes every night, and that's what you saw on Saturday night. It was impressive, and and like I told the guys, they only made 1 mistake on Saturday night. They made 1 mistake. They showed the old coach how good they can be, and they set the bar, and that's what I'm going to be expecting every game.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that every game. Another stat that kind of leapt off the page at me, Frank, I think you gave up 2 shots on goal in the first period on Saturday night, and you kept them down. It was more like a normal game where you outshot the opposing team.
Absolutely. I mean, you get off to a good start. Like I said, this isn't rocket science. We need to, and we're Falcon hockey. I mean, all hockey teams need to have a blue-collar mentality, blue-collar work ethic, attitude, that type of thing. But we at Air Force, we've got to have that, along with team chemistry and those types of things. We have to have that on our side of the ledger. When we're not out working people, because we're not going to have the talent edge a lot of nights. When we're not out working them, we don't have a chance. We have a chance. We're never going to have a chance with that. Very rarely are we going to have a chance to have great individuals, but we have a chance to have great teams every year, and that's been our success. And Mike Cord made a great comment to the boys on Saturday morning, just about our attitude. We seem to have the guys had been, we just seem to have that entitlement attitude, and there was some arrogance, not outward arrogance, but just like us thinking we were better than we are. And Mike made a great point. He said, boys, this program has had a lot of success over the last 6 years, but this team has not. And every year you turn the page and you've got to write your own book, you've got to paint your own painting, and this group, the pieces are there. If they want to go out and be a good team, even a great team, it's there. But they've got to go out together collectively. They've got to outwork people. Collectively, they've got to execute. And if they do those things, we're gonna be on the winning side more times than not. The other thing that this team has, we're a 2-3-3 team, and we deserve to be a 2-3-3 team. But we got a goaltender in Jason Torf that's giving us 92% goaltending. I mean, there were times Andrew Volkening didn't give us 92% goaltending. So we're a 2-3-3 team with 92% goaltending. So I mean, things haven't been going well, and they went well on Saturday. I like the weekend. I know you were going to go into the Penn State thing. We're going non-conference to Penn State, playing against a good Penn State team. They beat Army. They beat RIT. So, but I like this non-conference tilt. We saw what we wanted to see on Saturday, and we've got 2 games this weekend to see if we can put together back-to-back games like that and really establish a foundation for the identity that we want to have, you know, moving forward. And so I'm real happy that we put it together on Saturday. I didn't know if we could. And you know, now we've got 2 tough road games where we can go out and like I said, what I'll be looking for in those 2 road games is you know, just 60, 65 minutes, whatever it takes, of outworking the opponent. And there's going to be some nights where you do that and the goalie steals one, or you don't get a bouncer, or you get a bad call here and there. Those things happen. But for the most part, when you're out there and you're paying the price and you're outworking people and you're out executing them, like I said, more good things are going to happen than bad. So I'm looking forward to going into State College and seeing if this team can not only build on what we did last Saturday, but do it back to back on the road. And if we can do that, put 3 games together, you know, I'll feel very good about things moving forward.
You mentioned Penn State. They've gotten a few victories this year. Are you surprised at all at how quickly that program has developed?
You know what? It's a Big Ten program, Brian, and you know, those guys. All those kind of programs, the Big Ten schools, Minnesota, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, like Penn State, like they can get good in a hurry. You know, you look at the years where Minnesota's been down, or Wisconsin's been down, or Michigan State or Michigan have been down. Michigan hasn't been down for a while, but the other programs have, and it's amazing how fast that sick horse can get better. I mean, because you know they have the power to recruit the best athletes in the country, and Penn State's no different. They've got Mr. Pagulas putting a ton of money in there, the owner of the Buffalo Sabres, and he's a benefactor of Penn State. They're building a brand new magnificent arena. We're not going to play in that this year. It's going to be open next year. And like I said, those type of programs, and to again steal the football term, BCS, they're a BCS program. And you know, those programs can attract the best players in the country, and Penn State has done a good job already of attracting a number of them.
Yeah, it should be fun. We'll send a camera with the Falcons and have highlights of the Falcons against the Nittany Lions of Penn State this weekend. We'll see you next time when you join us here on GoAirForceFalcons.com.